So welcome back to the Predator Challenge series that we've been doing. This time, this is the fourth challenge that I've done, and this time it was a viewer set challenge. So on the past 3 challenges I've done, I failed the first one, I passed the next 2, so again, this one's number 4. Today we're fishing a murky canal, and I'm supposed to catch a chub, a pike, a perch, and a zander. Not an easy task to do, and especially on this venue. I was actually hoping to fish on a different venue, but no excuses. We're going to do his best with it. So the conditions today is a little hot. The water's probably around 16, 17 degrees. We're getting right up near that point where we might not be pike fishing, so we're probably not going to target pike too much. We'll see how it goes and how hot it gets. In terms of the canal, it is quite murky. The boats haven't started running yet, but when they do start running, it's going to be blackout. So we're probably going to have 3-4 hours at best. So I really think the chub could pose as a problem. I have fished this venue a few times. The biggest issue is I've only ever caught 1 chub here in about 10 sessions on the water. So I'm not crazy confident we'll get them. But I'm going to try them on top waters. We've got some overflows from locks and things like that, and hopefully we can find one. So fortunately the cars are parked right at the side of the canal, so we'll get into it. I'm eager to get started and eager to get some fish caught before the boats start. Oh, there's a fish. That'll be a perch, I think. There we go. It's not a, it's no monster, but it's a perch, it's a start. But yeah, it's actually not a terrible fish. Obviously it's not very big, but on a day like today, you know, often we fish competitions on venues like this, and it's all about filling a card's worth of fish. So any perch, that would not be a terrible perch in a competition. I mean, you like this. And usually where there's one, there'll always be a few more. And not only that as well, the zander and perch never seem to be too far apart. As a general rule, they're feeding on kind of similar stuff. So here we are, we've managed to get a zander to add to the perch. It's a tiny little zander, but just to show you how aggressive they are, he's just yonked this. You know, 7 centimetres, the fish is probably 20 centimetres, so it just shows you how aggressive they are, and I'm hoping we can carry on fishing big today. You'll slip him back. And yeah, hopefully we can get some big ones. I'm really hoping for a 50 centimetre fish would be really good, so hopefully we can find one of them. Oh, that was another bite. Yeah, so I've got the perch and I've got the zander now. Chub is going to be a difficult one on this stretch. We're going to have to fish the weirs and the overflows. Got some little hard baits for them. Other than that, apart from fishing like tiny stuff, this canal isn't known for doing like 30 and 40 centimetre chub really to lower anglers. They tend to be smaller fish than that. I'm stuck in a snag. But anyway, there we go. So yeah, I've got the perch, got the zander. The pike shouldn't be too hard. Just going to wire up and fish a little bit bigger. I am fishing light today, but again, not known for doing big pike until it does a really big pike. But the vast majority of them, it's very murky in here, so the pike don't tend to do too great. So the deal with this canal really, oh, that was a bite. The deal with this canal is it is murky, and as the boats start, you know, the weather's nice, it's summertime. As the boats start to run, the water's going to get pretty much unfishable. Like, you'll still be able to catch fish, but it gets harder and harder. And it's already gone 7 o'clock now, so we've got limited time. So the plan is really we're just going to bounce the bigger features, going to hit the bridges. See, we just hit one bridge, nothing underneath it. Come to this one, I had a perch and a zander, and I've just had another bite. So just going to bounce the spots quick. If we can't find the bigger ones under the bridge, then we're going to have to fish the banks, maybe the trees and things like that. You'll be surprised that a zander will sit out in the sun. It's something that people go wrong with sometimes. Middle of summer you think shade, but it's not always the case. They can be tucked right, well, they can be right in the sun and on a sunny bank. See, this is the other thing as well. I'm fishing a 3-inch, which is on the bigger end really for what you'd fish on these canals. You can go 4-inch if you're just looking for a big zander, but really if you want to catch most zander and perch, a 2.5-inch or a 2 inches is usually a better choice, but I'm hoping it don't come to that. But they're definitely little zander bites I'm getting here. But it makes sense when you catch one little one like that. There tends to be a fair old few of them. Fortunately today I don't need the numbers of them, so I'm not going to worry about going too small. I really like a bigger one than that, to be honest. In this time of year, if there's fish there, you should get bites pretty quick. It's more about finding where they are. It may be the case they're under the bridges, it may not be. I mean, I fish competitions on this venue quite a lot, and you'd be surprised how often the fish, especially the Zander, are just held up in the middle of nowhere. It's usually a bend or, you know, it could be anything really. Especially on these long lock pounds. The short lock pounds are a bit easier to fish because it tends to be mouth at lock down the wall. The features are quite clear and obvious. Whereas when you get the longer stretches, they can be anywhere because they're just going to be where the bait is. There we go. There we go. They're getting, they are getting bigger. Still not a great fish. He's gone into complete don't eat me mode. They kind of flatten their heads out and stick their things out, but yeah, good bite again. Yeah, on the slick shad again in the silver halo. It's great, really good little bait fish pattern. I'll try and stop him flipping, but yeah, marginally bigger, but not that much better than the last one. We'll keep looking for another. But it's nice that they're on the feed. Nice that we're getting a few bites. Yes, that fish was just sat in the middle of the track. We have got two boats here, and there's a bit of like a mooring where the ground just steps out a little bit and it's piled down the inside. So stuff like that always helps. The boats will always hold bait and stuff. And when we first got here, we just seen a little fish splashing the edge. It's always a good sign. But yeah, I'm actually fishing quite light, so it's a 7 centimetre bait, and I've got only 2 grams on, which is relatively light. It's a 2 gram jig head to a size 1 hook. And I'm just touching the bottom and then giving it like a small hop, lifting it up, going back down. And that's it. You won't really, whereas perch can be a bit finicky and funny, when you get a bite off a Zander, you'll know about it. Like, it's very, very clean and precise. Just a quick bonk. Yeah, they're really hard to miss, really. They can be easy to miss on the strike, to be fair. They bite quick and they let go. Yeah, nice to pick another one up, but we'll carry. I want to get round to this lock because I feel like it's going to be his best chance of getting a nice fish. So we'll have a mosey. Stop for another quick cast on the way. It's difficult to walk up these canals and not just fish everywhere, but we really have got to be. We are tight with time before the boats come. But yeah, this is a little culvert. So there's a culvert going underneath the canal. And it often means the canal itself's like concrete. You kind of get a bit squarer sides, deeper sided. Not always, but most of the time the bottom changes where there's a culvert. There we go. It's a perch, I think. Oh! How? Well, just caught a perch. I dropped him in the mud a bit, so I just gave him a rinse off, and there's an hole in my net and it's gone. But it was a similar size to the last one, to be fair. Nice to get some bites though. Again, it's there is a chance for a better perch, but even these ones we're catching now aren't a bad stamp for this canal, really. But I don't fish it enough to really know. I've seen some 30s and that caught on this stretch, but not super common. That fish, it is, it's a Zander. Oh, might even need the net for this one. It's not huge. I don't know where it is. There we go. That's better. But yeah, here we go. It's a skinny Zander for sure. On that slick shed again. It's the first time I've used the silver halo in the canals, but seems to be working out well. There you go, it's a skinny one, probably a little male. Yeah, beautiful fish. Probably about 35 centimetres, maybe 40 centimetres. In fact, yeah, definitely be a 40 centimetre fish that. Yeah, we'll stick him back and see if we can get another one. But yeah, good fish. It was, like I said, be a good fish in a comp. Hit it right on the drop. Just fished on the back side of the bridge, right tight to the wall, and it was on by the time it got to the bottom. I didn't feel the bite really. Left a bit too much slack in it, but there you go. Got lucky with that one. See if we can get another. You get one fish like that. They're usually a few. There we go. That's a perch, I think. Oh no, it's another little Zander. Mate, we're not doing bad on the Zander now. He has clamped down. Look at the state of that. Yeah, sometimes when you pick Zander up, they do this don't eat me mode, and they're very sharp on the sides. And they basically twist and puff their heads out. Try and make it so you can't swallow them. Fortunately, we're not eating them. Yeah, nice to find a few. Seem to be having a munch on the feed. I might have to go a bit bigger in lure, to be fair, if I want a bigger one. If they're feeding well, you can definitely fish too small for Zander. Might go a bit bigger, a bit heavier, and get it moving. Yeah, unfortunately we've got the first boat coming through. The only good side is he's not come from the lockway. He's come out of the marina here and he's going this way, so he's going to mess up where we've already fished, but not where we're going. But it's a sign they're going to start getting moving about now, and I got to fish this stretch, which this bit can be really good. Oh, he's just turning, maybe he's not coming out. Oh no, he's coming. Oh, he might not be coming down. We're going to mess the end up, but not where we're fishing at least. But yeah, on this bit here, on the back of the bridge, you've got this stretch, you've got like the high trees and a lot of ivy around the trees and stuff. So the water's just really dark, and it effectively just extends the bridge. Got this, like this water that's in the shade all the time. Having said that, I've only caught fish under the bridge. I haven't had a bite out here yet. But I imagine before long. Could also try changing colour as well, but I just stuck this on to start with, and it's worked pretty well, to be fair. So I've caught a chubby. It was literally on this wall. They're fishing a little drop shot. Oh, that's a better fish. Oh, it's off. Oh God, that was one hell of a bite. That was a, there's no slouch, that one.
What do you reckon that was?
That's a shit, it was a Zander for sure. Yeah, good fish that was. That's what you got to love about Zander, they just hit like absolute trains. That would have been a 50 almost certainly. It's a good fish. Oh my God, come on. What? How? I've just missed two proper bites. Right on the inside of this wall. Which is a shame, the second one felt good, the first one felt very good. And I pricked both of them as well, so they know I don't think I'll get another bite out of them. It'll be different fish, I'm almost certain of. Well, that's a shame. Good bites. The first one caught me off guard a bit. I ain't got any excuse for the second one. I expected it. So I've just swapped over to this little, it's actually a tiddler fast. It's an 8 centimetre tiddler fast. It's actually not out currently, this one. It's a bit of a revision of an old lure. It's rigged on the hover strolling rig. Something I like to do a bit but I've just had 2 big bites on this side, so I've gone a little bit bigger. I am limited with my rod choice today. It's only up to 8 grams, so that's why sometimes the bigger fish like that, you will bump them off. Oh, there's a perch. All falling to bits now, mate. I don't know what's going on. To be fair, the hook sits off this quite high, so often the perch will suck the tail in and they'll never even, they'll literally suck it into the hook. So in terms of the gear that we're using today, I'm using the Street Fighter 1 to 8 gram. It's a perfect rod for these little canals, and I always get a lot of use out of on here. They're nice and fast little rods. Again, a little undergunned for the bigger fish, I'm not gonna lie, but you have to kind of edge your bets on this. It's not really about how big the fish is, it's about how big the oars are, and I'm not really gonna be going much over 3 inches. So yeah, it's the perfect setup for that. Reel, I've just got a 1,000 size Warrior reel, and this is, I think it's 10-pound braid I've got on here, up to about 8-pound fluorocarbon. Obviously for targeting pike and on the bigger oars, we'll wire up. But yeah, that's it. It's a lovely little rod, lightweight. I've just got 1 rod, walk around. I can fish down to 1 gram and a little 2-inch, and I can fish up to a 3-inch, and it covers me really well for the canal here. So in terms of the lures that we've been fishing today, on the bottom end, we've been using the Tiddler Fast. Now, I ain't going any small on that, but I actually haven't had any bites on this at all. And you'd always usually assume the smaller you go, the better. I've actually been catching all my fish, my perch, my Zander, all been caught on the on a 7cm slick shad. I've tried the Zander Pro quite a lot, and it's not worked today. And you often find that. Sometimes they prefer that bigger tail and the heavier action. So we haven't started chub fishing yet, but when we do, I'm going to start with some little cranks, my little Hornet 3.5cm, one of the best crankbaits I've got. Absolutely unbelievable, catches everything. Got this, it's in my finger. Got this tiny little, the tiny Hornet. I can't remember exactly what size it is. I think it's a 3cm. And then of course, I've got my little bug, the salmo bug for the surface fishing. Hopefully we can get one and get a rise out of them. So yeah, in terms of colour today, obviously these canals are quite murky. When we first got here, it was actually quite dull. I had quite a lot of bites. I had a lot of bites on the Wagasaki when we first got here, but really the white, the pearl, has just been a killer. I love pearl for Zander. It's a great colour. It works when it's clear, works when it's dark. I haven't tried these colours yet, but the boats have just started running. This is Sundance, great colour on here as well. Obviously anything chartreuse can be very good as well. I don't tend to use a lot of chartreuse myself, but a lot of people do and use it very well. But now the boats are running, it's getting a little more murky. We'll definitely start throwing some brighter stuff. Pike. That's the pike, mate. That is the pike. Oh, I don't believe it. That is definitely a pike. Oh, it's a Zander. No. It's a good Zander. Mate, the speed that went off at. Woo. Mate, I would have bet my life on that being a pike. Right, guys, just got a nice Zander. I honestly thought it was a pike. The speed that it ripped off at was just ridiculous. And after missing a couple of better fish earlier, it's nice to get a good one. I ain't got my competition measure, but I've got this soft measure here. Caught it on the slick shad again. Slick shad's really been all they've wanted today. I've just swapped back from my Zander Pro and run them, but I'll be quick with the fish. It's not a massive fish. It's over 51 centimetres. It counts as 52 in a competition. Maybe a tiny, maybe I get 53 out of it. But yeah, it's a lovely fish. I mean, for a canal like this, what more do you expect? You know, it's a really nice fish. I could have really done with that pike for my challenge, but you know, it is what it is. It's getting a little warm now, so we'll see how we get on. Went away strong. But yeah, hopefully we can find a pike. Just started fishing this slick shad, just gone to like a 4 gram and fished some really fast water where it's blowing through the gates, and obviously it's warm. There's a lot of oxygen in that water. So yeah, sure there'll be a couple more sat in there. where they should be. Yeah, another little Zander. Beautiful fish on the slick shad. The slick shad's killing it today. It's literally all they want to eat. Fucking in there. Yeah, beautiful fish. The chub won't have it, but the Zander are obliging. There we go. That's a little Z. Get it. Yes. He's puffed up a little bit. But there we go, there's another Zander. I'm just about to call it quits now. Maybe we'll get one or two more just here, but yeah, unfortunately the day hasn't panned out quite as we'd hoped. And I don't think, well, I know at this point now that I'm I'm not going to get the win. It's a shame. I'll just slip this fish back because it is warm. But yeah, so we've caught, I think 6 Zander now. I think that is. It might be 1 or 2 more. I've missed more bites than I should have, but I think a lot of time they just haven't been feeding well. This morning they really wanted a bigger lure. That same situation where you'll get bites in a bigger lure, but they won't take it. And then you put a smaller lure out and they won't. That one just got on me my little tiddler fast. So on a little 2 gram. Came good in the end. Yeah, so we're going to wrap it up at that, guys, now. It's not been a bad day. I've really enjoyed the day. It's been a good day's fishing, but we ain't got the challenge done. Short of the pike, but with the weather, not too bothered about that. The chub, would have been nice to catch a chub, I'll be honest, but, you can't win them all. Fishing is fishing. But, yeah, so for the next challenge, again, if you would like to leave your suggestions in the comments for us, and we'll have a look through them, and we'll do a bit of a giveaway. I haven't got anything with me to say what we're going to give away, but we'll figure something out. But, yeah, if you put your suggestions in the comments for us, please, and we'll have a read through, and I'll pick what the next one's going to be. And a big thank you to the LECC. It's a great water, and we really appreciate the fact they let us come down and film. So thank you to them. They're a great club, great waters. But yeah, so thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.